All right, welcome back, everybody. A short hiatus from posting some videos, but we're bringing a really nice matchup here for you. It's going to be two of our favorite players in house, Moses and Biggie. Biggie piloting Death and Taxes versus Moses' signature Elf deck.
Yeah, I used to play Eldrazi in Taxes a while ago. It wasn't really my thing, but I have seen several variants of this deck many times. We haven't seen one on stream just yet, but it'll be interesting to see how well it does against the aggro nature of this Elf deck. It's just looking to go as wide and as tall as possible. Maybe get Shaman of the Pack going for the win.
Yeah, well, the Elves are pretty mana rich at times, so I don't know if the taxations will really do too much to them unless he's able to thwart some of the mana dork aspects.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem with these Death and Taxes deck. They're really strong against spell-based decks, but against creature-based decks, they really struggle. And I think we were just talking right before we started, right before we went on microphone, that when I was playing this deck, I didn't have Thraben Inspectors in it. And I kind of wish I had known that was going to be a thing, because Thraben Inspector was so good in Standard, and it's so good in this deck in Modern as well. Just the ability to replace itself down the line, because this deck will eventually run out of cards.
Truly, yeah. And it kind of it has to spend a lot of its resources just to slow down their opponent. And late game, when they can just get some speed back, replace their stuff, it's amazing.
That first turn Nettle Sentinel, always important.
Yeah. So Biggie's actually a legacy Death and Taxes player, and I think he's having fun here trying to bring it into more relevancy in Modern.
Thalia on curve, that'll slow down any Court of Calling or Collected Company out of Moses' deck.
Oh, and a quick shout out, everyone, make sure you go and subscribe to Biggie's YouTube channel. He is a fellow Magic YouTuber. It's Biggie MTG. He's just posted a really cool deck tech with some new Dominaria cards and a white Weenies deck for Modern, so please check that out.
Oh yes, Dominaria, definitely going to be a thing. Definitely, you can start pre-ordering boxes from your local game store right now, and they're doing something with those pre-orders that they have never done before. Two things, actually. First of all, you get the exclusive Fire Song and Sunspeaker promo. You cannot get that in boosters. You can only get that as a buy a box promo for pre-ordering a box. And also, if you pre-order a box from your LGS, you can pick it up on pre-release day.
Early.
Yes, so they are allowed, if you pre-order, they are allowed to give it to you on pre-release day. So look out for that. Go ask your local game store.
Right, he's going to draw a card off Visionary, right?
Yep, looks like Elvish Visionary.
And he does have the Azuri sitting in his hand, I noticed. Pretty good card to have.
Not when you don't have mana available. However, you got to make do with what you can. So far, Moses kind of off to a slow start. Normally, you want Heritage Druid and some kind of third elf, and then just start playing things.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll see if he finds it by next turn.
Thalia coming in fearlessly. That first strike. Moses not biting. And there's Mirren Crusader, so strong, protection from green and double strike.
Oh my goodness. It's just protection from green?
And black.
And black, oh okay.
So
Goodness
even
gracious.
even Dismember will not get Moses out of this.
Yeah, the clock is on. And Death and Tax is turning into a little bit of an aggro deck out of nowhere.
Sometimes it does that. Like I said, I played another version of this deck, the Eldrazi version, and having access to things like Wasteland Strangler is really good against the creature decks. But Mirren Crusader too, though, like wow.
Not even out of the sideboard, just
Not-
right in the main.
And you know what? I can't exactly blame Biggie for that call either. That's one really big metagame call that you're seeing not just with this deck, but also with humans. Like you're seeing one main, sometimes one side of Mirren Crusader now because Jund is so popular.
It's true. It's worth it.
There's the Heritage Druid. A bit
Finds
late,
it.
but better late than never.
Alright, and we're going to see maybe the Azuri? No, not yet.
Not yet. He's going to cast Winnin's Elite first. That'll untap the Nettle Sentinel and make a token so he can tap for 3 green all over again.
Oh man, bad news. Not enough taxes in the world to thwart this now.
Nope. I think this is where the Azuri drops, or is that another Elvish Visionary?
Visionary, yeah.
No, that's an Archdruid.
Oh, yes. These foily cards throwing us off.
We had the promo Elvish Visionary earlier, but now we've got an Archdruid that actually did come from a booster, but it happens to be foil.
Nice.
So now Moses Elves get +1/+1, and the Archdruid next turn will be able to tap for just a boatload of mana.
Excellent swag. And I also want to point out the amazing Rishadon port mat that Biggie has.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, that art that I couldn't recognize at first the first time we had Biggie on stream, and then Theo was sitting right next to me going, "It's Rishadon port, it's Rishadon port." I'm like, "Well, hold on, let me research," and he's going, "It's Rishadon port, man, I play this card."
Yeah, neither of us really dabble in Legacy too much, but I think we both probably have a decent understanding of it. All right, there goes your boy Throbbing. Thraben?
Thraben Inspector. I've heard it pronounced either way. I think Thraben is correct, but I've heard Thraben.
Yeah, because otherwise you end up saying he's a Thraben member of the community.
Very upstanding member, you might say. Can I say that on YouTube? Of course I can. It's just innuendo.
It's thinly veiled.
Yeah.
All right, and Moses' board is getting wider and wider, about to go to his second row of creatures. It's gonna be difficult for Biggie to swing in with anything other than something that flies or this protection, Mirror Crusader. Oh man.
I'm going to laugh if Biggie goes Simian Spirit Guide, Settle the Wreckage.
Oh my gosh, is that a thing?
I don't think that's a thing. I'll just laugh if he does.
Settle the Wreckage? Is that a thing actually in this deck?
It can be.
Yeah.
It can be. Like I said, it struggles with aggro decks, so that could be a thing. But it doesn't have any actual mana acceleration, so.
So Moses with like virtual 50 mana. Not really, like
not 50, but still a lot. I count 6 elves under his control, so 9 mana right now.
If he's got the Coco, this would be a good time.
Well, 9 plus whoever he's willing to tap for Heritage Druid, that is.
Actually, I'm not really sure. I'm not an Elves player myself. Do you find that here, like, do you think the main phase Coco would be better, or go for like an end step one after a pass?
That's a good question, actually. It's been a long time since I played the Elf deck. I don't foresee an Alpha Strike here actually working just because Azuri's not on the table. I think he has got to play an Azuri here, and if he wants to make an Alpha Strike go, he should do it now.
All right.
He's tapping a lot of mana now.
Oh my god, is the Baloth coming out?
This is 12 mana. What does he have? Chord of Calling.
For Baloth?
For Craterhoof Behemoth?
Oh, that's the one. Yeah, Craterhoof.
Right now? I mean, he paid the extra 1. Yeah, I was going to say, he already paid the extra 1. He didn't actually... Oh, wait, yeah. Yeah, okay, never mind. The Nettle Sentinel will untap because of the Chord of Calling. Yeah, here comes Craterhoof. So now his entire team... Yeah, I didn't realize that he had Chord of Calling in his hand already. So now his entire team is going to get +7/+7 in Trample.
Uh-oh. That actually might be the game, huh?
This could be game, actually.
Should have left his protection from green guy to block.
That's not gonna help against Trample. That's not gonna help at all.
Oh, really? It doesn't?
No.
The damage still goes through?
Damage still goes over the top. I mean, yeah, the blocking creature takes no damage, but the player still does.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I did not think of that. Always here getting schooled on the NeverBoard channel. Learning together.
So what do we got? We got Path to Exile for the Craterhoof. That's not nothing, but is there still enough damage?
21 on board, right? He's going to be able to...
Well, it's +7/+7. So the Nettle Sentinel was originally a 3/3, so it's a 10/10. The Dwin Delete is also a 10/10, and next to token a 9/9. That's 29 trample damage.
Uh-oh. Spaghetti.
There's really not enough. Like, yeah, Moses is counting right now. This is 29 damage on board. It doesn't matter how big he blocks. There's no way to survive this.
Yep. Just checking the math real quick.
Yeah, they're both doing the math together. Sometimes you just got to do it. Biggie needs another Path to Exile. Even then, that's not going to work because Thalier makes Path to Exile cost 2. He just had to pay 2 for that one just now. So maybe my math is wrong. This should be giving +7/+7.
Just double checking, I'm sure. Here comes the grim realization.
Yeah. Biggie had to take a bit of extra time to do some math himself, but yeah, that Craterhoof Behemoth was a way over the top face punch to just suddenly end it out of nowhere. Chord of Calling, a very strong card.
Probably the only non-elf in the deck, I would imagine.
Depends on the version you're running. I've seen some of these decks with Emrakul.
Oh my gosh, that's... You just hard cast the Emrakul? That's so funny, dude.
Yeah.
I wish that he played Emrakul.
And in Legacy, sometimes they'll have like one random of a Regal Force. Just so if they fail to find Emrakul off of the multiple draws they got off of Glimpse of Nature, which you can't play in Modern,
thank goodness,
then you'll be able to just keep drawing more cards and just keep going until you find the Emrakul and Hardcaster.
Was there a time when that Glimpse of Nature card was legal in Modern? Did it get like banned? Or
I think it was banned immediately.
Yeah.
I think it was. Just because the Elf Ball deck was a big thing in Legacy at the time, and the Wizards of the Coast was just like, yeah, no, we're not going to have this in Modern.
Please no.
You can play Beck and Call. Beck and Call has the same effect as Glimpse of Nature, but it costs a green and a blue. So,
Oh, that's tough.
yeah, a little bit rougher on the mana base. So you don't see elf decks usually reaching for the Beck and Call.
So I presume Biggie's going to be reaching in his sideboard for some extra destruction, maybe like a Wrath, something along those lines. Other extra copies of Mirren Crusader, if he's got them.
He's probably looking for ways to stop Moses from searching his deck. So if he's got
Even Mind Sensor?
Even Mind Sensor would be the big thing to reach for. Like I said, if he's running Settle the Wreckage would be great here.
Oh man, even Mind Sensor is so cool. I put him in my Brawl deck that I'm building with Teferi as the leader.
Yes.
I just think that's a funny card. Even Mind Sensor, just get to troll your opponent when they Evolving Wilds or something dumb in Brawl.
Tell you, anytime you see a Planeswalker that says plus draw a card, I get excited.
Yeah, it's incredible. And untap mana.
Yeah.
I can't wait to play him. It's going to be fun. I
Yeah.
thought about Azor, but I think Teferi's a better choice.
Teferi is going to be such an engine in blue-white control decks for the foreseeable future in Standard. And he's not going to be bad in Brawl either.
Have you seen the Oath of Teferi card? It's a legendary enchantment. It's
What does it do? I didn't realize he was joining the Gatewatch. So hey, congratulations,
Yeah.
Teferi. Seventh Ranger of the Gatewatch. Well, technically sixth because Nissa quit, but
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Well,
So
she's on leave. It's a sabbatical.
So what does his elf do?
All right. So the Oath says, return a target permanent you control to your hand, and then put it. No, not to your hand. Just exile it and return it to the battlefield.
Oh.
And then you can activate Planeswalker's abilities twice.
Oh. Ooh. Okay. So I think
legendary enchantment.
Atraxa decks are interested in this card. Definitely the Super Friends decks.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's white and blue, so yeah, that fits the mold. But it's pretty cool. You just you activate one of your Planeswalker's abilities to bring it down to near dead. Play this enchantment, bounce it, get it back at its normal loyalty ability, and then activate two of its abilities.
Oh, it comes back right away, not
Yeah,
at the
right away.
Oh, that's disgusting. Yeah,
that
we got
first
to
one.
tell
Don't quote me
Hootie Hoo
on that.
about this. We got to tell Hootie Hoo about this
Yeah.
because he has the Attractive Super Friends deck built, and he'll be like, "Oh, I can set off Ugin." Like, oh.
Oh yeah. There's going to be a lot of shenanigans coming in this Dominaria set. I cannot wait to see the way people concoct and solve it.
Legends at Uncommon. We just had the new crew of the Weatherlight just spoiled yesterday. So we've got Joira at the captain's helm again. We've got a new Capuchin who's like the mage of the ship. We've got an Angel who's like this mechanic slash forge master, I suppose. And then we got a Mushroom who does...
The stowaway?
Yeah, the stowaway. He does like mushroom things, just mushroom things. Hashtag.
He's hanging out, stowing away.
Making saprolings.
Maybe he's the cook.
He could be the cook.
Yeah.
The vegetarian option.
All right, a good opening here. Throbbing Inspector coming out. It looks
there
like
she
his
is.
clue token is a little turd.
Moses starting off. I think that's actually like the Illuminati pyramid looking thing.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
No, I think it's a swirl.
Follow the clues.
That would be hilarious.
Biggie swinging at the inspector like, hey, you want to block with your mana dork? Moses is like, no thanks. I'll just take the one. That's a selfless spirit. Moses has another, he's got an Elvish Mystic actually, and then a Nettle Sentinel. So, stuck on the one land here, but using it to its fullest and making use of that mana dork.
It's crazy that elves can get away with this crap.
He's got a Heritage Druid and a Court of Calling in his hand, so he's set up. Here comes Blade Splicer.
Very cool. All right. Both players here. It's going to be hard for Moses to gather enough steam to attack past this.
Biggie going to have to leave the Frame Inspector at home, but that Flying Selfless Spirit can get through just fine. Both players now tied at 17. Biggie having to take damage from his own Horizon Canopy, unfortunately.
Oh, man. First Strike is so good in this matchup.
Yeah, it is.
Blade
We
Splicer.
saw Thalia make some brief use of it before she was outclassed by all those lords. And there's the Heritage Druid. Immediately tapping for 3 green into that looks like Archdruid. Yep. Untapping the Nettle Sentinel again. Is Moses going to play another spell here? He is.
Oh, my goodness. Look at this. All from 1 mana, people.
Another Elvish Archdruid.
1 mana to about 12 mana out of nowhere.
All these elves are like 3/3s and 4/4s now. Suddenly he's got himself a board. And Biggie's going to have to find some way to get it off the table before Moses just chords again.
I mean, if you think about it, he's kind of threatening the same play from last game next turn off a chord, isn't he?
Exactly. With all those double Archdruid in play, he's got 12 mana off of those alone. So he's going to be able to cord for that Creator Hoof Behemoth again.
Is Wrath of God something that you see Death and Taxes builds using? I mean, they have a lot of
I think they
creatures.
would board it in if they had it. Biggie going to pass here. He's got mana up for Settle if he's got Settle on the deck. This might just be me being paranoid and having so much standard experience with
Yeah,
it.
seriously.
But I think it's a good card to have in this deck.
That would be an absolute blowout. I would love to see it.
Moses does finally find land number 2, but a bit redundant at this point.
Counting them up. Uh-oh. That's always bad news, people.
Here we go. Tapping for 12. Wait, hold on.
If my calculations are correct.
This baby hits 88 miles per hour.
Here we go again. On our own.
Chord of Calling for 9.
Biggie scanning his hands for an answer to this.
There's the Crater Hoof.
Crater Hoof comes out again. Apparently the honorary Elf Lord.
+7/+7 and trample to the whole team. Oh, and they're bigger than the first game, too. Does Biggie have the answer? Does he have Holy Day at least? Holy Day would still be a pretty big blowout. Not a game-ending blowout, but still a big blowout.
The Hoof doesn't give himself that plus, does he?
Yes, he does.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, he does. He absolutely does.
It's just creatures.
Even if he just hardcasted by himself, he's a 6/6 with haste and trample. All right, here we go. Now I've got to do some math. Oh my goodness. There's the Settle the Wreckage. I called it.
I'm high-fiving that.
I totally called it. I totally called. I didn't even get a good look at what was in Biggie's hand. I was just guessing.
That's
I swear to you guys. I swear to everybody.
I believe it, Alex. Good call. The hard read. Man, that feels pretty bad.
Hey, look, not to brag, but I was having a very, very good night last night mind reading with Meddling Mage.
Moses says, I'm done with this. Even though his tapped creatures totally survived that, which, I don't know.
Is he scooping? No. They're sorting out, hang on, they're sorting out which creature survived.
He just shook his hand. Oh, maybe it's just like, congratulations on the play, my friend.
Yeah, I think it's just like, hey, good play. So Moses is going to get
no
5
more mana
lands.
problems again.
Yeah, so much for mana problems. He'll just be able to cord for. Oh, but he's only got the 2 basics. He's only got the 2 basic forests.
That's odd to me. What is he playing, like 12 lands?
He should. Well, no, he's playing like 17 if he's got a normal elf deck, but he should have like 5 forests, I thought. But only 2?
Or I guess maybe he just upped the count of like Cavernous Souls and things like that.
Cavernous Souls, Shocklands, I don't know.
I would imagine he only has 1 copy of Crater Hoof too.
Yeah, that seems correct. And now it's just Exile. I can't believe I totally called that Settle the Wreckage.
Oh, I love it, dude. Great intuition. An extremely unexpected card that people are going to have to start getting used to in Modern.
Yeah, as long as you're up against a white deck that wants to play a control game, and Death and Taxes is absolutely that kind of deck, yeah, fear the Settle. Fear it.
Yeah, he didn't have his own Thalia to make it even more clunky this game, too, so...
Whew. And Selfless Spirit getting in for some more chip damage. Now Biggie can just go off to the races. He's going to crack his clue from that turn 1 Thraben Inspector.
Yeah, so Moses here is going to really be praying that he find himself a collected company as the really late Aether Vial comes out. I can't imagine it being too helpful in this game from here on out.
Probably not. Biggie's set up with mana, although maybe if he needs to hold up for a second Settle the Wreckage for whatever reason, he'll be able to and still play a creature.
Yeah, so barring like Soko into Azuri, there's not much offensive pressure left.
Yeah, Biggie's still sitting at 15 life. I think Moses is about to cast a Shaman of the Pack here just to get something on the table. Or Azuri.
Azuri it is.
Now the Shaman of the Pack, and that's going to cost Biggie 3 life.
Alright, and looks like a handless Moses now.
Yes, but he is threatening some actual damage. That repeatable overrun is never anything to sneeze at, even with this few creatures on the table.
That's true. This will be the turn to use one of your removal spells.
If you got it. He's got Mirren Crusader, that's not nothing. Blocking only helps so much against Trample, but that is 2 damage he'll be able to prevent from the Alpha Strike coming in from Moses. Gonna get in with more chip damage with a Selfless Spirit. Take Moses down to 10.
Man, extremely close in life totals. I never even see Moses sneak into damage through this game.
Well, Elves doesn't really sneak damage. They're too small until they suddenly are not small anymore. There's a Mystic. Does Moses have another Shaman of the Pack coming down? Oh my goodness, he does. That's
Wow.
5.
Okay, suddenly a lot closer.
Moses might actually come back and win this, despite that Settle the Wreckage.
Pretty good top decks there, huh?
Oh yes.
Uh-oh. Ooh, he's going right at him.
Yeah, why not? His creatures are all 3/3s or bigger.
And the Vial does do something.
Vial brings in the Thraben Inspector for defense. These creatures are not trampling. Zuri's not going to die here thanks to the Archdruid making its toughness bigger, but I don't think anything on Moses' side is dying, is it? And there's one creature that got double blocked. What was the creature that got double blocked again? Oh, it was one of the Shamans. So one of the Shamans got double blocked, but it's got 4 power, so both of those Thraben Inspectors are going to die.
Yeah, why would you... What?
And now Azuri is going to be activated thanks to this Elvish Archdruid, which will give all of Moses' creatures +3/+3 in trample.
Oh, he's just double blocking it there to reduce the trample damage?
I think so.
Okay.
I think that's the only reason, because he knows that that mana is available from the Elvish Archdruids. This is actually a good call. It didn't look like one at first blush, but it was a good call. But not enough to prevent the combat damage from trample. Moses still comes back and takes it with some pretty nice top decks.
Insane.
He was holding on to that Azuri for a while, wasn't he?
I think so, yeah, man. That's wild to me. I thought the Settle the Wreckage was going to be a complete blowout, but Death and Tax is just not presenting a swift enough clock to threaten the Elves from getting back into their game.
And when I was playing that deck, that was the exact problem I ran into, which is why I don't really play it anymore. But hey, you know, to each their own. And you know, I happen to think the deck's kind of weak against creature decks like Elves, but you know, that's just me.
All right, well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll get working on recording some more content for you.
Have a good day, everybody.